Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, in the beginning of his ministerial life, a statement that he gave, a call that he gave, and that was, the goal of human life is God realization. The God realization is the goal of human life. Manushya jivaner uddeshya Ishwar lav. He never said that jivaner uddeshya, the life's mission. Manushya jivaner uddeshya. Not the birds, not the animals, not the reptiles. Only human can do that. Only human can realize God. And human means having some special qualities. In every religion we find, when they are saying that the God has created this universe, but the last thing that he made is human. And there, in the Islam, in Christianity, and in Hinduism, we find the Lord is creating the human last. In Bhagavata, we find that the Brahma, after all this creation, when he was tired, he went to wash his face, and he went to the pond, a very tranquil water. He could see his own image in the water, reflecting. And he loved his own image. He said, oh my God, it's so beautiful. The Supreme Being has created me in such a wonderful way. I should make the last creation as like me. So he created the human being as he was. But is it that the Brahma looks like me, looks like you? No, the qualities. Qualities and as they call it, properties of the gods are same with the human being. And in the Christianity also, they say the last creation, God created man out of his own image. And the Islam, they say the last being was created human. Then after creation, the Allah was so happy, he called all the angels to pay respect to the human. Then one angel, he denied that. How come? He just you have created him, and I was created long back. I'm a senior one. And moreover, I'm an angel. How can I respect a human being? The God asked him to go away, he became devil. So that is the story. So human being is very, very special. And Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, do you think man is ordinary? He can think God. He can become God. The human can become God. And here in Hinduism particularly, they always say, you have to become God. Swami Vivekananda, in his special way, he said, Chile poshu, hoiacho manob, ebar devota hoite hoibe. You were animals because you were selfish. You only used to live for yourself. Then hoiacho manob, after coming in contact with the morality, the religion, now you are thinking about others, praying for others, helping others. So obviously, you have become Manav. Ebar devota hoite hoibe. What is the difference? This is the call that you have to. In the Vedic age, the rishis of the old, they said, Atma Deepo Bhava, be your own light, be your own guru. Atma Deepo Bhava. Then you have to realize the Atman. The realization of the Atman is a great call. Everyone says you are a sinner. You have to follow some of the traditions, some of the processes, so that you will get some joy, happiness after death, going to heaven. But here it is Hinduism, it says, no, you have to realize God. You have to directly go and become God. Can human become God? The answer is yes, of course, obviously. But the question is, how that is possible? Here the Vedanta comes. Vedanta comes with always some analysis. You see, God is creating this universe. How He is creating? For every creation, we need two things. One is intellectual cause, another material cause. The material cause was what? God. Who was the intellectual cause? God. So God was creating out of Himself. When we create this table, is the wood and the carpenter, two different things. Intellectual cause, carpenter. Material cause, wood. But for the God's creation, no. It is God only. God is creating out of His own. How it is possible? Yatha urnabhi srijati grinnate cha. Upanishads, they are giving the example, similes. And in those days, what type of simile they will give? That they saw the spiders. They are creating the waves out of themselves. The spider creating that, and then again it is taking back. Giving that example, yatha urnabhi srijati grinnati cha. Yata satah purushat kesha lomani. And that way, this was created out of God, and God just created the human being and all creation. The special creation was human being. When it is the God is creating the human being, God gave all the special qualities to human being. Now, after that, obviously, He wanted to test them. Then when you go, here and there are so many competitions are there. That you have to run and all that. In our school days, we used to also, the annual sports day. I was always the last person, but I used to run. No, that you have to do that. But those who are going for the different competition, world competition, they're so fast, unthinkable. They practiced. But that was there, so the practice made them perfect. Suppose it was not there, they could not. Even after practice, they could not. So material should be there. In human, God quality is there. So obviously, they could make it. In the Vedanta, in the Upanishad, Vedanta means Upanishad. Veda means Upanishad. And the Upanishad, it says, tad srishtva, after the creation, tadeva anupravishat. As if that Supreme Being, after creating this universe, that is jada. Jada means insentient. And He entered into it. Now, this is a very subtle point you have to understand. He created this body. This body is jada. Jada means insentient. And He created the mind, and He created also our soul, which is very subtle, and that is the subtlest thing, the soul. And that is consciousness. Now, when we think about the consciousness, we go up to our mind. Mind is conscious. Now, here, always the Vedantin will give the 3 steps formula to prove it. What are that? Jagrat, Swapna, Susupti. In the Jagrat time, when you are aware, your body, your mind, and the soul is there. Of course, the Western philosophy, they only accept 2, the body and mind. Psycho-physical being, they say. And we say no. The Eastern philosophy say no. After the mind, there is a soul. There is a consciousness. How to prove it? Simple. Every day we are proving it. Every day we are experiencing it. But we do not understand that. Now, when you are awake right this moment, our body, our mind, and consciousness is there, present. We are hearing, we are listening, we are cognizing, we are thinking. This is going on. When you sleep, what happened? We forget our body, right? If you remember your body, you cannot sleep. Oh, knee is paining. Can you sleep? No. So if you are remembering your body in the sleep, you are not sleeping. And when you sleep, you see dream. See, every day, everyone, we are seeing the dream. The one little girl came. I said, did you sleep well? Yes. How many the dreams you have seen? So many, I have forgotten. They go on seeing the dream and then forget. Well, it happen. When you are dreaming means your body is absent, but your mind is active. When your mind is active, that means your consciousness is also working with that. And third stage come, it's called susupti, when we don't see the dream also. And what happens? Body is absent, mind is absent, but still we are surviving. And when we come back from that stage, when there was no body, when there was no mind, we always say, I was so happy. I had a wonderful sleep, and where I didn't dream even. That means without the body, without the mind, we are in a very happy state. What we search all through our life? Happiness. It is not to become a doctor, it is to become happy. Not an engineer, happiness. Not a professor, happiness. The marrying for happiness. Everything that we do to become a monk, happiness. And after becoming a monk, if we go on crying, oh, what happened to me? That means what? Happiness is the ultimate goal. Happiness is the main goal. It is, if we look all around, when we were growing up, always the middle class family, they used to say, you have to become a doctor, you have to become an engineer, almost everyone. But after becoming a doctor, after becoming an engineer, if we turn, of course, that time mother, father, they have all gone, whom to ask? So I have become a doctor, but I am not happy, ma'am. So what happened to me? And if you go and ask the President of America, sir, are you happy? So what do you say? After a few months, I am living. To 20th January, how can I be happy? So I am not happy, even after becoming so powerful person in the world. Why? This is one question. Why I am not happy even after achieving everything that I dreamed, that I wanted? Even, that long back, there was a person, a king, his name was Jajati. He wanted to survive and with the youth. And then he prayed to God. The God said, see, you have a limit. But of course, I can give you a boon. If your sons give their youth to you, you can also enjoy the youth. So he prayed to the first son, second son, third son. The fourth one said, okay, father, this life is yours, and you like to take my youth, you take it. He gave the kingdom to him, took his youth, enjoyed for another 100 years. Again, he was not satisfied. Najati kamo kamanam upabhogena samyati. Upabhoga, enjoying. It never ends. It never ends. All these worldly objects that we find, that we see, all the time very, very tempting. You go and you see, you enjoy, but then there is nothing. Again you come back and you are the same person. So this is the thing we realized. So what can give us happiness? And what is God? Happiness. God don't think that God is having 10 hands or 4 hands and he will be coming before me like this, like that. All stories goes on like that. It may be, it may not be. It doesn't need also. Suppose God comes with 4 hands, stand before me. What you are going to do with that? After that what? One lady came. Nowadays, everybody would like to become the spiritual. The one lady came and saw, after practicing meditation, now a green light is coming out of my body. Now what shall I do? I told, put off all your lights and use your own light. Save some electric bill. What else? If the light is coming out of your body, and then you can save the electric bill, that's all. Otherwise what? The God realization doesn't mean the miraculous power. God realization doesn't mean that I will go from here to there without purchasing ticket. I can just shift myself. It is possible. It is there. But at the same time, God realization means happiness. Now, how the happiness come? Happiness, I have noticed, I am here almost 11 years, but as because we are connected with so many families, we come to know about them. A very successful family. The father, mother, both were scientists, and the daughter also very successful. But somehow they start thinking that the ghost has come into their house. That's all. Now, all the three of them, they're suffering. Now you know that the ghost is there. I told, how can I help? I cannot go. I am also afraid of ghosts. So naturally, I cannot help you in that way. Now they're thinking in that way. And the lady long back, she used to tell me, you know, Swamiji, my husband goes to the club, office club, and he loves drama. So every time he will be going and practicing this, that. I told, that is good. The male, always they like to have some company, club. They will be like that. Allow him. And immediately after the office he comes and then he will be chopping this thing, that thing. That is not the male thing. 1 or 2 days they can do. But you have to allow them. Otherwise, slowly you lose him. But anyway, she was all the time complaining. Then about the son. Then son grew up, became an engineer, became a very successful engineer, and they married. But hard problem is going on. Now after the husband, the son. The son's wife. Then you won't believe, 20 years he is going on talking with the problem only. Ultimately, always patiently I tried to handle, but this time it was impossible. I told, can I tell you one thing? Don't leave your problem. Then you will be in problem. Because without the problem, you have nothing. Only problem is there, you are thinking, imagining your problem, and you are engaged in that. How you can be happy? You are imagining a problem and suffering, thinking that you are suffering. Nothing is happening, you are imagining. So friends, most of the time, truly we imagine and we suffer. Otherwise, nothing. So this simple thing, if we keep in mind, we are happy. And you have to constantly say, I have to be happy. He's insulting me. But I am not accepting those insulting words. I am happy. Let him practice all the filthy words, no problem for me. But I am not accepting it. In Andaman, there's a gentleman, he was a fisherman. But he used to come and sleep just in front of our ashrama, a shrine, and he used to drink a lot and after fishing and all. So in the morning time at 5 o'clock when you are going to open our shrine room, then he is sleeping just in front of the door. So I used to call our hostel boys and we used to carry him and take almost every day. We'll be carrying him, 10, 12 boys will be carrying and then putting him somewhere near the door, near the road, and we will start our prayer. When he used to get up, he used to give us, we could understand that he is not appreciating us and showing like this and saying something, but he used to speak in Telugu. And none of us understood Telugu, so it was all right for us. Then one Telugu boy joined our ashrama. Then next day he said, Swamiji, wo gali de rahe hain. I told, don't translate. It is okay. If you don't understand the language, there is no problem. Same thing, we have to accept everything from the world. World will never, ever appreciate. There will be 5 to appreciate, there will be 3 to criticize. You will never get 100% appreciating you. Buddha didn't get 100% appreciation. Christ, no. Swami Vivekananda, no. Is there anyone got 100% appreciation? No. World is like this. World is like this. One postmaster received a letter. Address was written to God, heaven. And he, so what is this? He opened. A boy, young boy, he is writing, "Oh God, I have no one, but I need 10 rupee to go to picnic with my friends, but my mother and father, they are not giving the money. Can you please give me the money?" 10 rupee is nothing. The postmaster, he himself took out from his own pocket 10 rupee and sent it to 10 or 15 and sent it to that address saying, "Enjoy your picnic." Next day another letter came. Postmaster opened it and it wrote, "God, it seems you sent $20, 20 rupees, and this postmaster has taken 5. Can you make people happy? It's so difficult. You have to be happy. And that is why they say the karma yoga. Who is God? God is only 2 qualities. One is happiness, another is love, L-O-V-E. How you can become happy? Unselfishness. If you don't have any selfish motive, you are always happy. If you have a selfish motive, then naturally you will count the profit and loss. Though I wanted to do this, but this I didn't get, and profit and loss you will be counting and you will be not become happy. So now to become God. Can we become God? Yes. Why? Because God quality and our quality are the same. Now let me give you the definition of Ishvara and definition of Jiva according to Vedanta. What is the Ishvara? You say it, Maya Upuhita Chaitanya. In Sanskrit, Maya, the sum total of ego is Maya, Upuhita, covered, Chaitanya, consciousness. Maya Upuhita Chaitanya is Ishvara. What is Jiva, individual self? Ahamkara Upuhita Chaitanya. The Chaitanya common, Upuhita covered. By what? Maya. By what? Ahamkara. The Ahamkara for the self, individual self, and for the Ishvara it is Maya. The Maya Upahita Chaitanya, Ahamkara Upahita Chaitanya. Remove Maya and Ahamkara, what remains? Chaitanya. The Ishvara and Jiva are Chaitanya, nothing. One day Master Mahasaya was asking Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, so why we can't see God? Immediately Thakur took out the small piece of cloth and he held like this, in between both. The Master Mahasaya and Thakur. Can you see me now? No, sir. Why? Because of this cloth. Yes. And that is called Ahamkara. You remove the Ahamkara, you are God yourself. Just you remove the Ahamkara. And what is the Ahamkara? All of us we know. Ahamkara, I. I-ness. And in India, we always learn, don't say I. It is all we. So we invite you. And when first I came here, I was typing, we invite you. Then the one who was sitting there, nobody is inviting, only you are inviting. So why we? You say, I am inviting. It is iPhone, iPad, everything I. Yes, I. And this I-ness, that is okay, for the commercial thing is okay. But what about us? When I say I, which I? I really wondered, long afterwards I realized that's true. When I say I always touch this body and say I. But this body is going on changing. Which I then? Then one gentleman came and he entered into a shop where they used to sell different type of human body parts for the medical students. And he came and he was asking, ये जो सब दिखाई देते the human skull, can I have my God's skull? Well, yes. I'm not mentioning the name of that. And they say, you can, yeah, you can, because the shopkeeper means he has to sell. Then now he has come, he is not a medical student. He is just thinking that my God's skull is there? Yes. Then he gave a small skull. This big skull, costly, so small skull. He went and called the neighbors and the whole village came. There was a great celebration and they installed the skull of my guru. Then afterwards someone raised the question. The guru was a grown-up man, but the skull seems to be a small one. How it is possible? Then, yes, that's true. Then again he went back to the shopkeeper. How come that you have given this? My guru was a grown-up man. No, when he was child, that skull. As if they can take different skull. So by that way, the world is there to deceive you. World will be there to deceive you. Nothing is there to help you in this world. That's why Bhagavan Buddha said, Dukkham, Dukkham, Sarvam Dukkham. Whatever you are thinking, you are doing, all your imagination, but not that total negative. There is Sukha. What is that? If you turn it to, everything is nothing but God. That Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, better, instead of negative, you can say positive one. Everything is nothing but God. And the example always they give, half glass water and half glass full. So this is negative and positive way. So that man is criticizing today, but he helped me previously. He was a good man. Something happened, so take on yourself. These are all the practices. Now, as because the ahamkara, if you remove, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna also mentioned, Ami mole guchibe janjal. In Bengali he said, Ami mole guchibe janjal. That means all problem will be solved if you can remove your ego. And to Sri Ramachandra, his guru, Vashishta, he said, Rama, kill your mind. You have to kill your mind. Mind means the thinking constantly. How that is possible? You have to take out the mind that is going on thinking. How we think? Why we think? Can you stop thinking? No. Because the nature has given us that. All these 5 organs are there. Chakshu, Karna, Nasika, Jivha and Tak. These 5 organs constantly going out and bringing the information, Rupa, Rasa, Shabda, Sparsha, Gandha. Constantly it is bringing back to mind and making all this. I was driving a nice car. Suddenly one car passed through me. Oh, that is a very costly BMW. I have to purchase a BMW. Now, start it. Sangat sanjayate kama. In Bhagavad Gita, they say, everything was all right. I was driving in 65 speed, that was all right. But now, as the BMW passed, now I have to purchase BMW. Then another safari, then this, then that. Costly. And to get that, I need a lot of money. So it says, Sangat sanjayate kama. So whenever you come in contact with some object, you develop the desire to get that. Sangat sanjayate kama. Kamad krodha vijayate. If that is not satisfied, you are angry. Krodhat bhavati sammoha. When you are angry, you forget everything. And then ultimately you destroy yourself. And nothing is there. So that is the way we have to. We are gods. Now, to concluding part, can we become God? Yes. How? Because God has only 2 qualities. Swami Vivekananda gave this definition. God is Love. About Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he said. The love personified. He is God. And not like that. In Bengali, he said, Bhagavanir Baba. Because from there, the God means who is creating. But who created God? The Supreme Being. There is a Supreme Being. From there, the creation came. And the creation is fast with the Ishvara. And Ishvara is acting with the power of God, that is Sattva, Raja, Tama, and all those qualities. So who created God? The Supreme Being. Sri Ramakrishna is that Supreme Being. The Bhagavanir Baba. The Sri Ramakrishna, that Sri Ramakrishna, who is that? L-O-V-E, personified. Only I go on telling I love you, won't do. Love means is a feeling. And that goes to each and every one. That is called love. And love knows no barter. On your birthday, I send you a card, and on my birthday, I'm expecting another card from you. And if you don't, then I am also stopping sending card for you. This is not love. The one young boy accompanied his friends because his mother passed away. So they went to the cremation ground. And you know that those who go to the cremation ground, they get twice the feast. One is Shashana Bandhu, another is normal, the Shraddha. On the Shashana Bandhu day, he was not invited. He was just adjacent house. He could see all others are coming. Then he was expecting at least last moment he will remember and call me. He forgot. Then he became very angry. And he shouted from his rooftop, okay, my mother is also there. So when we become angry, we forget by that way, I am going to take the revenge by thinking, let my mother die, that time I will also invite you. That is called ego. That is called anger. And that comes from desire. Why you are expecting that? I accompanied because I loved your mother. I wanted to be at the last moment. So what is love? It gives but never expect anything in return. That is called love. You want anything, I am ready to give. Another word Swami Vivekananda said, Jagote Sarvada Datar Ashan Grahan Karibe. Be always the giver. Never ever expect anything from others. That is called the manliness. The manliness means not only the male body. Manliness means this mind. I am the giver. I will give you love. I will give you respect. I will give you service. I will give you all help. But in return, I don't want anything. You be happy, no problem. That is called spirituality. Spirituality doesn't mean the light should come out of the body. No. Whether it comes out or not doesn't matter. But I have that mind by which I am ready to help everyone. Why? Because I see everyone is mine. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra, sarvam cha mai pashyati. And that is spirituality. Going on taking the name of God and developing nothing means what? From the 6 years to 60 years in the same classroom, I am going. Teachers are becoming old and dying, but I am attending the class 1 from 6 to 60. Am I a good student? No. We are going to temple. We started with holding the hand of the grandfather. Now I am holding the hand of the grandchild. Every time going to the temple, but no change. Is it spirituality? No. We have to understand. Spirituality means, religion means change. And how the change come? By developing. What is that develop? I am everything. I received everything from so many people. Now I like to give it back. I don't want anything. And satisfaction is necessary. Wherever I am satisfied. I liked a wonderful, one short movie sometimes the people they sing in our phones. Then when that came, the two friends from the same locality, Then one they joined the university, became, I think, a professor or something. Another joined the army. Then one day, the army person, he was in the Middle East, he's fighting, and his enemies are covering. Almost all his comrades are dead. Only he alone is going on shooting. That time a phone call came. He received the phone call. And that friend from New York, he is calling him. Hey, I am going to marry and so, one name of the girl. And tomorrow we are going to. Where you are now? He said, oh, you are going to marry that girl? It's good. Otherwise, I was thinking to marry her. But anyway. But he's going to die. He's fighting in there. But still the jokes. And he said, then he asked, where you are now? You know his answer? That I liked. His answer, I'm a soldier. I am there where I am supposed to be. Full satisfaction. You are a professor. You are in the near university. You are marrying. That's okay. That's for you. But I am a soldier. I have accepted this life. And I am in the war field. I am going to die after some time. But I am satisfied. This is called satisfaction. Whatever I have got, I am satisfied. And constantly going on thinking, oh, if I could become like that, I'd be. If I could, this is the problem. This is the problem. Constantly we are comparing with others and suffering. How to become God? Now, two qualities we have to develop. One, L-O-V-E, love. Are you not having love? Of course you are having. Each and every one of us, we are having love. The birds are also having. Animals are also having. But that is only limited love for our kith and kin. When that love goes and embraces each and every one, then you are God. Unselfishness. Of course you are unselfish. You are earning. Whole day you are working. I saw some of the young boys who were staying with me. They're working whole night. They started work in the night, 9 o'clock in the evening, and next day morning, 5 o'clock. Still he is there, sitting in the same chair, going on working. And this much. And then afterwards, he is giving that hard-earned money for some good reason. This is also unselfishness. The father is earning. And then that money he is giving to the children and giving to the neighbors, giving to the state. So this is also unselfishness. But when this unselfishness breaks the boundary, you are God. So can we become God? Yes or no? Yes, we can become God. But divine qualities within us, only two qualities, that is already within us. Love and unselfishness. That is why Swami Vivekananda said, each soul is potentially divine. We are divine. Why? Love is there. Why? Unselfishness is there. So we are there. Divine, of course. But potentially, we have to develop that. How? How to develop that potential? By making an assembly and having an ideology, meeting all the time, almost twice a month, and then adjusting ourselves, In the Ramakrishna mission, we are nearly almost like 2,000 monks, brahmacharis. We are from different families, different religious background, cultural background. We are all there. In the Ramakrishna mission, unless you are educated, they won't allow you to join. Each and everyone is having one idea. If you ask what is going to happen in Syria, any sadhu, he will give his idea. That if you do like this, if you do like that, he is having his own idea. That means that is there. But still, for last 100 years, we are together. But two brothers cannot stay together. Two brothers, they grew up, but then why they're breaking? Because of this, ego. And where the Ramakrishna mission, we have ego, but adjusting. Why? Because Thakur is there. So ideology, if it is there, and if you all come from different sources and different culture, different background, but if you look at Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, how he loved people. Ma Sharada Muni Devi, how she loved. Swamiji gave all his life for the people only. And again he promised, as long as there will be someone, even a dog, hungry, I will come back over here to work. And that is called love, that is called unselfishness. And this is our ideal. And if we go to that, we will also become God. And God means eternal happiness, eternal joy. And we have that capacity, quality, possibility. Only thing, we have to take a resolution. The new year is coming, 1st January. And 1st January, at about that 3 o'clock, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, who started saying, you have to become God. Ishwar labh manushya jivane uddeshya. Then he concluded at the fag end of his life, 1886, 1st January in Kashipur. He said, Tomader chaitanya hok. Let you all be enlightened with the light of consciousness. And this is consciousness. We started our journey towards God and we ended becoming God. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Do you have any question? Yes. No.
Oh, okay. No worries. Hello, everyone. So my question is related to the chakras. So when we do meditation and when we feel like we are connecting to the gods, how we can cleanse our chakras, 7 chakras, and how we can stimulate them and create inner cleanliness and then get ahankar free and ego free and as a common human being.
See, the chakra, when you use that word chakra, means it goes to the terminology of the yoga. The yoga says that different chakras are there, stages are there, Muladhara, Sadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Agga chakra, and then Sahasrara ittadi. But the chakras is a different way of practice. But if you are devotee, you don't need those. Only as the children, they cry for mother, they cry for the father, same way. If we can cry for God, God even today, one more day gone. One more day gone means what? One step towards death. We are going forward towards death. I am losing at 24 hours. Then what will happen to me, God? Please help me, please help me, please help me. Please come before me. If you pray like that, your whole mind becomes one-pointed. And the more you are thinking about God, your mind is becoming purified. As you said about the purification of mind, what is impurity? Thinking about the worldliness. What is purity? Thinking about God. So when you think the impurity means this. No. Impurity means anything of this world, any object of this world, when you are thinking constantly and thinking that this is the permanent thing, I must achieve it and then I will be successful, that is impurity. Some of the world leaders, they are thinking that they will be permanently there in the history and people will appreciate them. They have forgotten the history itself. In the history, what is there? All the great leaders, they came and what they have done. Who is going to remember them? Nothing. But we remember Jesus. We remember Buddha. We are remembering Sri Ramakrishna, Vivekananda, because they expressed their love, their unselfishness. Otherwise, so that is the purity. Ma Sharadamani Devi very nicely said, what is tapasya? So they were asked, the mother said, তপস্যার কি বাবা? যে কোনোভাবে মনটাকে ঈশ্বরের চরণে রাখা। By somehow to keep the mind at the feet of the Lord, that is tapasya. When you are bathing, you are taking the name of God. And the moment you get up, you see the photo of God. And when you are cooking, you are also thinking that. And by that way, every moment, you are cleaning the floor, sweeping the floor, and thinking that maybe Krishna will come. He's a naughty boy. He'll be playing over here, so no dust should be there. You are thinking only, imagining, but you are purifying your mind because you are thinking about God. So constantly thinking about God, and you are hearing the music. And when you are hearing the music, not only the tune, but the words. When those words you are hearing, and that, now they'll be going to sing Ramakrishna Sharanam. Sharanam means I take the refuge. Oh Lord, I take the refuge. Then you imagine that the Lord is sitting and I am going, as like the children, they go and keep their head on the lap of the Father. Like that, you are keeping your head on the lap of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, and he is patting your back. Ramakrishna Sharanam. Your mind is purified. Every moment we can purify our mind. Thank you. Good question.
Anybody else?
Okay then.
Nobody has any doubt that they can become
God. Next year, I like to see all of you gods. And again, Ma Saradamani Devi, someone said, Ma, so much practices we are doing, but we don't see that any changes. Then Mother said in her own way, Ishwar labh hole ki duto shing gajabe? Do you think you will grow horns if you realize God? Your mind will change. You will feel like to love others. And that mind will change. The Bhagavan love means you will be a lover of humanity. Thank you. There is a raising hand. Oh, ye. Acha.
Namaskar, Swamiji. Why do we give food to God every day?
So that we can get prasad. Otherwise, they won't offer good food to us. So through God, it is coming us only. When we think that God is with me and living with me, and obviously God needs some food, the water, the bed to go in the night, everything, Atmabat. That's a very good question. Actually, it's the Atmabat Seva. Whatever I like, in South India, they will be offering dosa, idli to God. But in North India, they won't give the dosa, idli. They will give roti. And then whatever we like, maybe in Gujarati they will give tapla or what that. Dokla, tapla, like that. But Thakur is everywhere. I like that. I like to offer it to you. This is no problem. So this is the way it always goes. Good question. Very good question. Thank you very much. Okay then.
মহারাজ একটা প্রশ্ন
হ্যাঁ।
ঠাকুর বলেছেন অদ্বৈত জ্ঞান আচলে বেঁধে গাইছে তাই তো?
She is asking, Advaita Gyan Achole Bedhe. That means first you understand what the reality of this world. Or Dvaita. Dvaita means two. Or means negative. It is not two, it is one. The moment you understand that, then you are performing your duties in the world, then there will be no problem. There will be enemies. The critics will be always there. But they also the same God. And the drama is going on. Another one person was there who used to stay just in front of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna's door. People never knew him. They all used to visit Sri Ramakrishna. But the moment they will come, he will stop them. Hey, where you are going? To Sri Ramakrishna? He has not read any book. I have read so much book. Come to me. And he will go on criticizing Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna could hear that he is criticizing, but he never said anything. Sometimes the devotees will say, why you allow him to sit over there and criticize? Then he said, Jotile kutile na thagle, lila pastai hoina. If there is not bad people, then the drama is not. In any movie you go, there will be the villain will be there and hero will be there. But nowadays a bad trend is coming, the villains are becoming hero. That is terrible. It should not be anyway. Okay, then I shall say, because I have to leave again. So let us say Shanti 3 times. I say, then you please repeat after me. Om Shanti. 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 Harihi Om. Tat Sat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu